Today I'm speaking on how to be an excellent student. How to be an excellent student. Now, the word excellence simply means becoming outstanding in whatever you do. When we say someone is becoming outstanding, the word outstanding is a compound word made up of two different words: outstand, to stand out. So that means that if there are many people doing what you are doing, you seem to stand out and you are different from them. You become different from the majority, the mass. This means that whatever you seem to be doing seems to be different from what any other person is doing. So how do you stand out as a student in your school? We'll be looking at ways in which one can become a different student. Now, as you are in school, you will notice that there are some students that when it comes to a particular thing, the school cannot undertake those things without involving such students. For instance, when it comes to sports and it is football, there are students that even when they are sick, the teachers will have to plead with them and try everything possible to ensure that at least they find themselves on the football pitch. These students have been able to develop their skills to the point that they have become outstanding. They stand out when it comes to the players that have found themselves on the field. Now, in classroom too, we find students that are very smart. When we say they are very smart, what it means is that they seem to know everything that is taught in the classroom, to the extent that when others are scoring low marks as like 20 and 10, they seem to be scoring high marks in classroom. And sometimes we seem not to understand how they are making it. Now, one thing I want to let you know is that there is no special student. Everybody can become a special student if only you will learn the arts and what goes into becoming an excellent student. In your classroom, if they are looking for just one best student, will they call you? If they are not, they won't call you, then you haven't reached excellence. Because when you pass excellence, there's nothing again. So if you get to a point that when they are looking for the best, your name will come first, then you are the best. You have reached excellence. Now, it is good we become very good at whatever we want to do. As a student, there are things you need to do so that you can become very excellent. In fact, most of those who became excellent did not begin as excellent students. So I'm trying to let you know that maybe your past hasn't been good, but if you can listen to what I'm going to share very well, very soon you are going to have an excellent life, because you don't need to have a past record of excellence. If you have excellence attached to everything you do, it means that there is nothing that seems to be ahead of you. A man of excellence has nothing better than what he does. To be excellent means that you do things with high level of quality, that no other thing is above the level of quality that you have given. This makes us to understand that excellence is not something that happens to us once and never comes again. If you want to be an excellent student, you don't become the best today and tomorrow you find yourself behind. This has become a major problem in this part of our world, where students one day find themselves on top, and then the subsequent time they move from first to third, and then it keeps deteriorating until they become last in classroom. If you are an excellent student, you maintain the first position and you keep maintaining it, protecting it, and guarding it so that you don't come back again. So excellence is something that it is progressive. So to excel means to move forward. The word excel means to move forward and become better than you were before. So this means that you are not in a competition actually with everybody, even though you may stand out of the crowd, but you are in a competition with your own self so that your tomorrow will become better than your today. If your tomorrow becomes better than your today, that means you are an excellent student. But if you get to a point that you say that some years back I used to be first, that means that you have not been excellent. How do you become an excellent student? Number one, you must have a hunger and appetite for excellence. You see, when I was young, there was a time that I was faced with a challenge. The truth of the matter was, my mother had prepared food for me to eat. But in the morning, I had the appetite to eat, but I wasn't hungry. So I lay down for so long. The food was there. I knew that this is the food I'm supposed to eat. But I lay down for so long because I wasn't hungry. But the moment I became very hungry, I did not know what pushed me out of the bed. I got out and then I looked for the food to eat. So you see that if I hadn't been hungry, if not for the hunger that I had, I wouldn't have gotten up to go and look for something to eat. So hunger is needed for us to get to what we want to achieve. But I also got to a point that I felt seriously sick and I had food to eat. I felt so hungry, but I did not have the appetite to eat the food. So because of the hunger, I got up and got close to the food, but I had no appetite to eat the food. And so the food was not eaten. So this tells us that hunger and appetite, we need them together. What is hunger and appetite? What role does it have to do with we becoming excellent in our education? The hunger is that drive within you that makes you to feel like there is a need for you to become the best in the classroom. Unfortunately for us, most of us know that it is important for us to become first, especially when there is an award or a prize giving day, and you realize that your best friend received multiple awards and you had nothing. At that point, you get to realize the importance of working hard so that you can come out as an excellent student. They desire it, but the appetite that will let them really go on to get it, the steps that they need to take, mostly they don't take them. And so they have desires, they have dreams, they have plans, they only discuss them, but they don't achieve it. So if you want to be an excellent student, it's not just about desiring it. Desiring it is important, but in as much as it is very important, you need to take steps so that you can be able to get what you are looking for. The next thing you need to do if you want to be an excellent student is you must study excellent people. You must be among people who are excellent so that you can watch them. If you have a friend that is an excellent student, ask questions, get close to them, watch how they learn, study them, and when you get certain tips from them, put them into actions, begin to use them so that you can also become an excellent student that you are looking for. But if you have to be persistent. Then the last but not the least, you must know and believe that there is no special person that is created to be excellent. Everybody can become excellent if only you are ready to pay the price that will get you there. What are the dangers of excellence? Excellence fears two things. There are two things that are a threat to excellence. When those things come, excellence becomes afraid, because if it doesn't take time, it will no more have its way. So when you become an excellent student, there are two things you must be very careful with. Number one, make sure you do not develop the arrival mentality. What do I call the arrival mentality? You see, in your classroom, you may be just 100 students. And because you are the best in your class, If you don't take care, you will be tempted to believe that you are the best everywhere. Know that the competition is not just within your classroom settings, it goes beyond that. If you understand this, you will take steps that will lead you into going further and further and further. But if you think because you are first in your class and the gap between you and the second seems to be very wide, if you don't take care, you'll be tempted to think you have arrived. A person who thinks he has arrived and has gotten to his destination is no more in a haste. He stays at that place for long, and before the person realizes, someone has already taken over. You see that position you are, that you think you have arrived, somebody is working very hard to overtake you. So if you think you have arrived and you stay there, the time you will realize you are already behind, and it will be too late for you to recover again, because that person may not be the type that will relax. And also, you must know that the world is very large, and until you become the best in the whole world, you never have to rest. Push forward until you become the best in the entire world. And if you become the best in the entire world, if you want to continue to become the best, maintain the pace or increase the pace so that nobody comes to meet you where you are. So push forward, my dear friend. Push forward. Give off your best. Your best is not enough. Push forward more and more. Why are you thinking you have arrived? There is more expected of you. You can do more. There is no limit to what a man can do. There is no limit to what a woman can do. Females and males have been created. Human beings have been created with endless capabilities. You can go further and further. It is not enough. Push more. You have been studying for just 2 hours and you think it's enough. No. Move forward. Study for 3 hours, study for 4 hours, study for 5 hours. Increase them every single day until you get to the point that you know that, in fact, I must maintain this point. And even if you can keep pressing and press forward until you become the best. Do not let your parent be the reason why you study. Some of you say, I'm studying because of my father. I'm studying because of my parent. No, let it be because you want to be an excellent student. Let it be because you want to be the best. You want to be the best student. Yes. Push forward. Do the best. Do what nobody expected you to do. If you see an excellent student, they are never told to go and pick books to study. They know when to go and pick their books to study. Be one of them. Know what you want and go for it. That is the only way you can become an outstanding student. You can do it. Go forward and do it. I urge you to push forward. The best is inside you. Move forward and get it. Don't let people define what you can do. Tell yourself, I can also become great. And then do what everybody does to get to the top. And you will find yourself there. When you get to the top, you realize that only few people are there. And you can be one of the few that are on top. When you get there and you realize there are few, the competition becomes very easy. Move until you have nobody to pass. And when you have nobody to pass, keep moving so that nobody passes you, because you are not the only one aiming to become excellent in what you do. Keep pushing. The journey of excellence has no end. The road to excellence does not end. You have to keep moving and moving and moving until your life ends. The journey of excellence only ends when you die. The day your life ends is the day the journey of excellence ends. Until you find yourself at that point in your old age, you have to keep pushing. Never relax. Never say I have done enough. Never tell yourself what I've done is enough. This is what many people said, and now they have come to the end of themselves. Never come to the end of yourself. Push forward, press forward, push forward until you get to the highest mark. And when you get to the highest mark, maintain the pace. And when you realize maintaining the pace is not enough, extend it. Push forward until you become the best. The best never considers themselves the best, even when they become the best. The last one I'll be talking about, the last danger of excellence, is praises. Be careful when people praise you, because praises could be dangerous to you. When people praise you, if you don't take care, you will think you are the best. Praises are good, but do not let it go to the point that it will let you develop an arrival mentality. Seven want to see you nowhere but on top. This is why I have prepared this message for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube page, Ben Governor, so that anytime I bring a message, you will be notified. Thank you once again. My name is Sir Ben Governor.
Destiny, you will meet ups and downs, some very, very high. It can make you to quit. When you get to that level, just lift up your voice and say to the mountain, you will surely be moved. On your way to destiny, you will meet ups and downs, some very, very high. It can make you to quit. When you get to that level, just lift up your voice and say to the mountain, you will surely be moved. There is no mountain so high that cannot be climbed, no river so deep that cannot be crossed. On your way to destiny, you will meet ups and downs, some very, very high. It can make you to wait. When you get to that level, just lift up your voice and say to the mountain, you will surely be moved. May your dreams be larger than the mountains you meet in life, and may you have the courage to scale their summits. A message from Sir Ben to you.